Your wedding cake will be the centerpiece of your reception, so it's important to take your time when searching for the perfect baker. Because just like wedding dress shopping, this is not a process you'll want to rush through. And to help you ask the right questions before signing on the dotted line with your cake designer is Lisa Ohlson, owner of one of Western New York's best-known bakeries, Ohlson's Bakery. Lisa, it's great to have you with us on Wedding Planning Weekly.
Thank you, Mike. I'm glad to be here.
You know, Lisa, I would think that most newlywed couples start online, check out photos, look at reviews, and then visit the bakery in person. Once there, though, what determines a reputable bakery?
We've been in business for over 25 years, and I've been decorating wedding cakes for about 30 years. And I believe that gives the bride and groom a sense of assurance and security, knowing their cake is in the hands of someone who does have a great deal of experience.
Sure. Now, I would think also that having the couple walk out with some sort of a sketch is something that you take care of as well?
Absolutely. I first find out how many servings they need, and then I do draw a sketch, and we probably have about 30 wedding cakes on display. There's just a lot to choose from.
Well, I would think it's important to give yourself adequate time to pick out a wedding cake. What's that magic time frame?
I believe about 6 months is usually adequate, but the bride and groom do have to take into consideration that sometimes they might not be able to come in to see me until a month or so before.
And I would think custom cakes take a bit longer, perhaps?
Absolutely, they do.
Okay. And then the obvious, you need to love how the cake tastes, right?
That is so correct. One of our most popular flavors is almond cake. We do offer a great deal of fillings. We try to have a nice assortment of cakes for the brides and grooms to try. They come up with some of their own sometimes. We've had bubblegum flavored cakes and funfetti, and it's beyond.
That's great. And I would say that it's very important that brides and grooms do take advantage of the cake tasting.
That's very true, yes.
All right, give me one more tip.
Well, how about if we talk about the budget?
Sure.
We do have ways to help brides and grooms save money on their wedding cakes. Whether they order a smaller 2 or 3 tiered cake, we supplement with sheet cakes. We offer also what we call a 300 series wedding cake. It's a cake that serves 130. It's $300. We have 4 beautiful designs to choose from, and it's sure to help their budget.
And then there's that all-important question on the mind of every bride and the groom watching today who probably won't be able to sleep tonight. What's the difference between fondant and buttercream icing?
Buttercream is the old-fashioned traditional. It's put on with a spatula, and the fondant is actually a very sweet icing that's rolled out and then it's formed over the cake. There's a lot of brides that come in and say that they hear that fondant doesn't taste very good, but it also depends on how it's put on.
And buttercream icing, I would think, would be less expensive, correct?
It is, yes, that's correct.
And there you have it, bride. You can sleep at night now knowing the difference between fondant and buttercream icing. And I have one more piece of advice for you from the For What It's Worth department, and I think you'd agree with me on this one, Lisa. When you are ready to make that appointment, keep your entourage to 1 or 2 people at the most. Inviting friends, cousins, the entire bridal party may not be in your best interest. Now, Lisa, if newlywed couples want to find out more about Ohlson's Bakery, what do they need to do?
Well, they need to give me a call to set up a time for consultation that works for them. If they can't make any of the times that are available, they can always do a deposit of $100 just to lock in the date to give them a peace of mind.
Thanks, Lisa, for being with me today on Wedding Planning Weekly.
And thank you for inviting me.